Ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Hi, I'm Brittany. This is my wife, Bridget.
Hello.
And together we're neither funny nor original. And this week we are going to talk about, to be honest, I don't really know where this is going to go. I feel like this week it's the pep talk we need, and hopefully it's the pep talk you need. I don't know if it's just us, but we're feeling down. We're trying to push through it. So it's going to be a little bit of our favorites that have helped us get out of this funk, and whatever else comes our way.
Yes. 2 things. We are indeed in our pajamas. Mm-hmm. It is think of it as a slumber party. Mm-hmm. And also it is a lot later. If the light changes, it's because the sun has completely gone away. But we didn't record as we usually do, but we also didn't want to go, without recording this week. So, we said, let's just go with what's comfortable for us right now.
But we did put a bra on, and that's the important part here.
Yes. These boobs are not usually up here.
No, they're quite low, almost as low as I've been all week. So, but before we get into it,
yes,
let's go over the word of the week.
Okay. Oh wait, I said my second thing. Can you move your mic just a little bit more up?
How's that?
Not like closer to you, like up, because you tend to like pull back a lot.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Yeah.
Much better?
Much better.
Okay.
Love that for me.
Word of the week has nothing to do with this episode.
Love it.
But when I read the word, I just thought, does Bridge know this word? Because my good old friends at Pinterest showed me this is, I think Pinterest is a lot like our friend Chad GPT.
We call him Chad.
We know it's Chad, but yeah. That if you know how to work it, you can get really great results. But you have to know what to put in.
Yes.
So I went onto my Pinterest, and do you know this word? Okay, hold on. I don't actually know how to say it. Bucolic.
Bucolic.
Do you know that word?
I've definitely heard it.
Let me see if that's how you actually pronounce it.
Bucolic.
Bucolic. Okay. Bucolic. What do you think it means?
Can you give it to me in a sentence?
The church is lovely for its bucolic setting.
I don't. I think I definitely heard the word before, but I don't think I actually know what it is.
Bucolic vintage. It is.
What does that mean?
Relating to pleasant aspects of the countryside and country life.
Oh, cute.
So our style, mostly me, goes for this.
Yes.
Can
you show the camera?
This is the camera. This is the camera.
No, that's bucolic. That's the camera.
Yes.
So like farm scenes.
Yes.
Okay.
And it is, okay, I guess bucolic and pastoral are often used interchangeably, but bucolic has a slightly narrower, that's a dumb word, meaning specifically related to shepherds or cowards. It's COWHERDS.
Cowherds.
Cowards?
Herds?
Not cowards? Like you're being a coward, or are you being a cowherd?
Can you Google it to see how to
cowherds?
say it?
Well, pastoral is broader, referring to country life in general. So some of our style is going to be bucolic vintage.
Okay.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that before.
I know pastoral is has been used interchangeably with pasture scenery.
I love it. That is who I am.
She's a cowgirl.
Cowherd versus coward. Let's see. It is, okay. Cowherds and cowherd are distinct words with different meanings and origins, so they sound similar. That's so interesting, though.
Okay, you really cracked up about that one.
I've never heard of a cowherd.
Cowherder.
That's my word. How it relates to this episode is.
Doesn't have to.
Oh, okay.
But if you want to make that connection.
Well, I do feel like I wish someone would just herd me like some sheep or cows because I need direction.
Yeah, I see this thing. sorry, adjusting. I've seen this like meme go around that's like, my entire teens has been like about my parents not telling me what to do, fighting against being told what to do, and now like as an adult, an established adult, we're just looking for someone to tell us what to do. Yeah,
that would be great. Actually, if I can go back, I would have met with a student counselor for careers, and I think that's just where I stop. I would have just met with them and then gone from there. Did you hit record on the phones?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot. Now I wish that there was more direction for me.
Yeah, you know, did you put on your watch?
I did, because I'm a refined woman that's classy even at night in my PJs.
Listen, it's another thing I wanted to mention about our attire. Neither one of us is in makeup, and I think it's mostly predominantly, like you could tell with me, my cheeks are very red, and I got no eyelashes, so I'm feeling a little like self-conscious, yeah, for sure.
Well, you're beautiful. I think you're the most beautiful without makeup. You know this. I say this to you all the time. So I feel like you're confident, I'm confident, we're confident,
I'm comfortable, and you guys are going to get an episode, and I feel like that's all that really matters.
Yes. And also, furthermore, an asterisk there somewhere is I'm showered, just so you know, because I have an issue with, I'm sorry if you're one of these people, this is how I feel. If I see you on the streets, out and about in public with those is it a flannel print?
Yeah.
It's the flannel. Is this flannel?
That's
print?
Not flannel.
Okay.
Print.
Flannel print.
That's just striped, honey.
It's mostly the bottoms, right? It's always flannel, those flannel bottom PJs. I already know you didn't shower. It's like a warning sign that person will smell.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. I'm sorry. But
and she says it with her whole chest.
I do say it with my whole chest. But I did shower right before this, and I had a different outfit picked out, and I was like, you know what? My friends, this week, my feelings have been hanging low. But I want to be comfortable. I want to show up to this. I want to give you the best I got. And this is the best I got right now. So it's Target, $19.99.
Yeah.
Was it? I don't even know.
It was actually each.
Oh, that much?
Listen, it was a birthday gift for you.
Okay. Well, anyways, so we are here. I hope you're comfortable too, wherever you're watching. We're going to be uploading this a day late.
Yeah.
Are you going to do what you got to do?
I'm going to do what I got to do tonight.
And post it tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, do you have anything to add on top of that? You're beautiful. We're makeup free. We got, big backs and bold hearts. And, and we're going to show up as we can today. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Bed mama. Okay.
Maple is also ready.
She's very needy this week. And I think she's being my ESA girl this week. Cause she's very, very attached. Yes. Yeah, but her breath is
Maple.
It's taking me out.
Come on, bed. We got her this cute little bed from IKEA. I'll put it here. And it's the cutest thing. She's still getting used to it though, and I don't think she's like a fan of the pillow part.
Yeah. What do you think? She needs more plush in there?
Yeah, you know her. She's a queen.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so this week, this life, this everything. Where do you want to start somewhere, or do you want to?
Yeah, no, it's just okay. So obviously, you've seen how spotty we are with uploading the past like month or so.
Mm-hmm.
Your girls are struggling.
Yeah,
hard.
Yeah,
and this is our best right now. And
they're like,
I'm sorry, it's not what you maybe need from us, but right now, like
what we are.
It's what we can give.
Yeah.
I think that I have been like struggling like my words to like keep us afloat, and it's been a little rough.
Mm-hmm.
The other day you said something, and I think you were like jokingly giving me a hard time, but I just told her like, I'm tired. She was like, you don't have anything to say to me, and normally I would say, you babe, come on, you got to do something, you got to be better, like, or don't have that perspective, but I just like, I'm tired, and I can see why you have this disposition.
I do have
what is going on with you? She's fine.
Okay. I do. So from last night to even today, right now in this moment, very different moods, very different things going on. I was in a corner crying my eyes out
last night.
Yeah. And I really didn't want to record because I don't like to show up and have to turn myself on. I want to be as transparent as possible. And then I'm also tired of telling you guys that I'm just depressed, but we're going to make it through. Mm-hmm. Even though I know that to be true, I try to be encouraging for this podcast because I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. I don't want to bring us down. So I like what Bridge said to me earlier, which was it yesterday or today? But she was like, what about we have on the weeks that we are really feeling it, we don't really have anything to talk about because we're just struggling. What if we talk about our favorites at the moment?
Yeah.
Things that we turn to that have brought us comfort, that maybe it's a new show, new book, to kind of, that is bringing us out of it. And so we share that with you. So there's not really a topic necessarily or a format, but we just share it. And I really like that because I want to share the things that are going on in our life. But right now it's just, struggling with, do we continue with this, with the podcast? I want to, but then feeling really, just burnt out with my work and, where I'm going in life. And so I think this week we will talk about, do you have some favorites or?
I do have some favorites. Yeah. There was something though that, I wanted to share with y'all. Listen, we're sitting on stools that we got from IKEA that are like meant to like tilt forward and stuff. So that way you can, adjust your seating as like, standing or sitting, but, we're sitting on it full butt tonight. And, I keep leaning forward.
Yeah, I could see it. Like you're on one of those things. They're outside the shop, the stores. Those little pony things. That's what it looks like.
If you're not watching, please watch, because it's hilarious. But something that had come up earlier was Brett had come across a post on Instagram from this guy who has a podcast.
Yes.
And it's like 30,000 followers ish on Instagram.
Oh yes.
And like by all means that is a huge following, a big following, but also lower in the numbers than we would expect for this type of interview. But he is interviewing Jodie Comer, and she was just like, can you believe it? And I was like, I wonder if it's like if he signed with a network so it was easier for him to get actresses and stuff. And then I said, actually, I want to like not take away from all of this guy's hard work, but also like, I love the idea that the universe is just going to, give you your path and give you your opportunities to thrive. I forgot how I worded it earlier, but basically I just said like, I think that the universe will provide opportunities, but it's our job to actually just show up and put in the work to make those opportunities not just a dream, but an actual reality. Mm-hmm. So I think that that's something that I'm trying to keep in mind now going forward, as in like a couple of, like, what was it, an hour ago or something?
Yeah.
I said this. So just trying to use that like as a encouragement to keep going, because we love doing this, as like we love this. Yeah. Sometimes it's tiring to do this.
Yes. And that's honestly, it's only because, for me, I'm really struggling with my career and I want to pivot out of it and do something, work that is creative and also meaningful. So I'm trying to figure that all out. But when, again, I love my job and I love my team. So it's like the best place I've ever been at. But, when I realize that it's actually still not a good fit, it's because I'm actually in the wrong career. Yeah. And I have been for 15 years. So that alone, that knowledge is also what brings me down, because I think that's 15 years I've wasted of my life, giving into a career that I thought was the right career, the safe career. And so like, that's always like discouraging when I think about it, and I'm getting older and how much time am I going to have left, to like really pivot out of that. But, what I also like when we talk about, cause it's usually always me telling Bridge, I'll come across someone, and it's usually, interviewers, I would say, because I love watching interviews with, actors, musicians. Like if I like the person, I usually try to find an interview, like a solid interview, to learn more about them and their process. I love watching, screenwriters like talk about their work. I just love all of that. So I'll fall down that deep rabbit hole to the wee hours of the night. But whenever I tell Bridge about it, it's never like, can you believe that? How,
yeah,
it's really, can you believe that it seems that they have a very small platform and following, but they have these opportunities. And that is always what gets me out of my hole a little bit.
That's us.
My dark hole of despair.
Did not make it any better.
But that usually is what helps, because the guy who is interviewing Jody, I've seen his interviews before, and he just seems like a really nice person. So I'm always happy to when I see genuinely good people. So it seems like it. And they're getting really great opportunities. So I'll tell Bridge, can you believe it? They have this? So maybe we just need to reach out to the right people, and maybe we just need to, form those connections, and network a bit. But it's always hard too, because we want to be genuine and we don't want to be transactional. So I'm holding out. I know that the right opportunities will come up for us, but we also got to put ourselves out there and not just ask the universe to drop something in our laps, but, I guess be willing to put ourselves to connect with people, to send emails. Because for me, I hesitate a lot, because I think, well, we're not there yet. Let's wait until, we have, X amount of following. And I don't know. I just feel, I'm hoping that there's someone in the universe that's like, they're not really a major thing, but we'll give them some time, of our time.
Us?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Now we'll take a chance on us, essentially.
Yeah, definitely. I'm in the same boat with you there. I had started listening to this book, a couple days ago, and it had said a quote that I was like, oh, that hit home a little too close, but I wrote it down on the fridge so that way I could remind myself. But it said, we love results but get bored with the process. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yes, mm-hmm. because we want that result of these people are going to take a chance on us, but either our process, it's not moving fast enough, or we don't have enough time to dedicate to it, or we feel like the downside of having to do this like on the side. Yeah. So the process, not that we get bored with it. I think for me, at least, I get overwhelmed with it.
But I get overwhelmed. I don't get bored. I get overwhelmed.
Yeah, no, but I do see in other areas of my life where I do get bored with the process of like doing something, or getting somewhere.
I feel like I just want a break. I just give me like a solid few months so I could put everything I have into it to get the results I know that we can have. Yeah. But because everything just feels so overwhelming and so much for me, and it's so discouraging, because I just need that cycle to break at some point in life. Okay, sometimes I just want to quit and then sleep for a month. I feel like, just to catch up. Yes. And then I'll be good to go. But no matter, even if I take a couple hours off or one day a week, nothing is it's just enough to get me another week. And I hate that too, because it's kind of normal then I already know how the week's going to go. Speaking to your quote. So I think this was back in February. I don't know if it was, I can't remember what award it was, but Timothée Chalamet won some award. And he had mentioned Viola Davis in his speech of one of the greats. So what I saw was someone interviewing Viola shortly after that, and was like, "What do you think about Timothy giving you a shout out?" And so she had something really lovely to say. And
SAG Awards.
Okay, SAG Awards. And one of the things, she had a really sweet message for him, and just in general, but one of the quotes that she dropped, and forgive me because I don't have the quote right off the top of my head who actually said this, but she said, it's like one of those, it's like that quote says, it's not the thing that we do that gives us purpose. Hold on, I'm going to butcher that right now.
And so I was like trying to Google it real quick so that way I could give you the full one.
Hold on. I'll tell you right now. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Your purpose is not the thing you do. It is the thing that happens in others when you do what you do. And I love that quote so much because for me, aside from life is just hard for everyone right now. And we always talk about it's not the pain Olympics. So what's happening to us is not, we already know it's not as bad as what's happening to someone just down the street, what's happening to someone in a different country. But so it's always like an awareness of it's hard for us right now though. So you listening, it might be really hard for you right now. Regardless of what's going on, regardless of the fact that you have a roof over your head, you have a well-paying job, that you have food on the table, it could still be really difficult for you. And that's perfectly okay. You don't need to compare it to anyone else. But what the struggle is for me when we talk about the lows, depression, for me, it's always feeling like my purpose is somewhere outside of here and I need to go find it. And my job and these outside factors are keeping me from it. And the podcast, or just NFNO in general, Neither Funny Nor Original, feels like a really big purpose. Like that feels my baby, like that's my baby right there. That because it seems like it's something that's meaningful, it can be impactful to people, and but I'm not like watering it enough. And I'm not watering it enough because I feel like I'm just an empty reservoir, is that to begin with. So I have nothing to give, and it's because of where my time and energy is being spent in just a normal whatever job that I need to do to pay the bills. So but this, I love it so much because I think that while NFNO is a huge part of the purpose, the thing that keeps me going, it keeps me going also as well because I think that it is the source of goodness that will happen to other people just for us to show up and do this. And that can also be true for other things in our lives. I have heard so many times, and it's not kudos to me, it's not kudos to Bridge, but I've heard so many times from people in our lives, people that maybe we're not even technically friends with, but they're strangers we come across, and that tell us how like grounding our energy is, how much they enjoy talking to us. We listen to them, we give them encouragement. And I feel like that's just a natural thing that we do for people, but also for ourselves. Like that fuels me. So I can go and I can sit to someone and listen to someone that's had a really terrible life or had a really terrible week and they're venting to me, and it could be just an hour of them venting, and I will give them encouragement and I will tell them what they feel like they needed to hear. But for me, I always walk away even like filled up even more because I don't know, that's for me my purpose of just meaningful things. So acts of good, whatever that looks like, simple acts of good, whether it's through the podcast, through our online shop, all the things, that is what I keep holding out for, that is what I feel I am meant for in some way. But it is so difficult still when I feel like most days, that I'm not interesting enough. I don't have anything else going on. I'm not talented. I'm working a job that is not creative at all. And this is just going to be my life forever. So this episode, when we're talking, like, we're going to go over our favorites and everything like that. And when I say pep talk for us, for you, it really is that I know I'm struggling right now and I'm really trying to get out of the hole. And I feel so passionately that NFNO, our podcast, is the hand extending to me when I'm in the hole and I need to get out of it. And I hope that for those listening, that it's our hands also extended to you when you're in the hole. And it doesn't matter how many times you're in the hole and how like depressed that you are. And well, you were just talking about you were depressed last week and then you're fine. You're depressed again this week. Yes, that is depression. It is constant. It is sometimes not for months. Sometimes it's all the months. So that's my little thing of, whatever it is, I don't know, like just purpose. We think it's somewhere out there, but I think it's also within. And it's also the thing that other people feel how you leave them when they walk away from you and they feel so much better because they got to talk to you for 5 minutes, and all that is purpose still. And it's all meaningful. And I just, I'm sorry, babe, do you have something to say?
No.
Oh, okay.
You're good.
I'm saying that for me as much as I'm saying it for you guys, because I am terrified. The thing that keeps me up at night that I have anxiety about is I'm terrified of dying and I didn't leave any legacy behind. And I missed my purpose. But I have to believe, I have to hope that this is me showing up every day for you, for my family, for my loved ones, for my friends, that is still part of my purpose and it's still meaningful. And that's it.
Yeah, baby.
I love you.
I love you. And we love you. I think that our depressions are two very different depressions. Mm-hmm. And our anxieties are two very different anxieties. Sometimes I'm not like, I don't know how to show up for you and like how much I can continue to tell you, hey, it's going to be okay. We're going to get through this, because I know we still have to go through it. Mm-hmm. That's another hard part. It's knowing that whatever like this is, you still have to go through it to get to the end of it. But I think that, there's just too much in you that I think that you're not gonna miss your purpose.
I hope not. Maybe this is my purpose though.
And are you okay with that?
I'm still thinking about it.
Yeah. I think that, I don't know. It's a whole other conversation, but where it's like you have this huge idea of what your purpose should be, but your big idea has to be made up of little ideas as well. Mm-hmm. And each of those little ideas hold just as much significance as the big idea. Mm-hmm. Maybe you've only ever been focused on the big idea. Mm-hmm. And so you've been unhappy with the small ideas.
Yeah. That too. And I asked myself, if this helps 5 people, is it still as meaningful whether it's 5 or 50,000? Does it take away anything? Mm-hmm. You know, is it more meaningful because it helped more people? But for me, it's not even about that. It's just, I wish I can work full time in something that I absolutely love, that I thrive in. I'm creative. In case you guys do follow any of this, I'm an INFJ personality, which I know has a lot to do with what I'm feeling. So if you're like, oh my gosh, this sounds so true, check your personality, because the lovely woman who does our facials, we talked a lot about this too, and she was kind of just hopping around different jobs and nothing ever felt right. She was in design in corporate world, she left it, and now she's doing facials. She loves it. So I think that I'm so close. I know I'm so close. But it's just that part of, well, I can't just quit. Like, we have other things going on. We have benefits, insurance, all these important aspects that we have to keep going. And I hear, our family that, looking for jobs, rent's going up so much. I hear it from everyone. My mom's in government as well. And she, every new update that's coming out, it's another thing to stress out people. And so we're all going through it in some kind of way. It might not all be the same, but we are doing the best we can. We're showing up. And I do agree. I know your depression when you're down, you're not thinking what brings me down is not the same thing that brings you down.
No.
What does bring you down?
The world.
Yeah.
No, sometimes. So, oh shit.
And that is how Bridge broke her back.
Bridge flew off the chair. I think that a lot of times what brings me down is like not being able to provide enough so that way you can take your break. Not having enough time to do all the things that I love. And then also, like, weirdly, when I do the things that I love, which I will discuss in a little bit, the guilt that comes with it, because like, it's a weird cycle where you feel down because you're not doing the things that you love, but then you do the things that you love and you think, but why do I feel guilty about spending time here when I should be doing XYZ to try to get us out of this place.
Yeah. Bridge brought that up, I think last week. When we were walking the girls, when we walk them for the last time at night, everyone's windows are open so we can see inside everyone's homes. And people are watching TV. And Bridge was like, how is it that it's like, how can people just relax and, watch TV? Like, I wish that we can do that and just hang out and not feel guilty over it. Granted, we do watch TV. We do throw this body on the couch and like hang. But for us, it's like scheduled time to do that. So do we do all these other things? Do we do stuff for the podcast? Do we do editing? Like, or do you want to sit and watch a show? Or, and so like, and even our family, my brother, he's constantly watching shows and movies and like, okay, you need to check this one out. I'm like, boy, how you have the time when he has a full-time career, his wife has a full-time career. Like, what am I doing wrong? That it seems sometimes that other people have more time in the day than we do, but I think that we're just in a different place. And I think that also, it kind of also affects with friendships as well. And something that, I talked about with Nana, where there's certain people that like, I feel like right now, I'm not the let's kick back and have fun friend. To go over and let's just chit chat and catch up.
Yeah.
I wish I could be that friend for people right now. But because we're not, at least I don't know if you feel the same way, but because I feel like we have a lot going on right now that we need to do. Whether it's we want to start a family eventually, we want to, are we going to stay here in Washington? Are we going to move? When are we going to move? Like, there's all these different things that we're trying to sort out and plan. And okay, if we move, what does that mean for jobs? Now I got to find another job. Okay, what is up to date? What do I need to do? All these different things that I feel like we have not entered into that season of rest. And I know that sounds really biblical right now, but I do, like, I'm wondering, when do we get that? Because I've never felt it. And I think it's because I'm constantly chasing for the next thing that I think, well, once we have a kid, once we have a place of our own, I think I can rest. I think that maybe my personality, I don't think I'll ever be able to rest.
Fully at rest, no.
But I would love for you to be someone that is capable. For me, it keeps me going. I actually like that. I like having things to do, that different goals. I think it's maybe negatively affected you and you picked up that anxiety.
Yeah.
And what feels maybe a little bit of like anxiety for me is also a restlessness and an excitement. But for you, it could just be anxiety.
It is just anxiety.
And so I would love for it to be better for the both of us to, let's just hang out, play your little Switch, water your little plants, like just enjoy life. But it seems like we'll enjoy it. Let's see.
You have 20 minutes to enjoy it.
Yeah, but only on Thursdays and Fridays.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how do we navigate that to where it doesn't feel like that all the time? Where, okay, on Saturdays, we'll actually watch a movie, but we will pause the damn movie at least 3 different times. I don't know why. Oh, I gotta pee. Oh, Maple's begging for this. Freddie wants a greenie. Like, and okay, so how do we have, what do you need? What can we do?
Can I tell you something?
Tell me.
Listen, okay, so you don't know this.
Oh no.
It's something that I didn't think I really fully processed until right now.
Huh.
So Britt always, like, her rest is also productive rest. She needs to get something done, do something, right? And like, if it's okay, well, she wants to, perfect example, she wants to start drawing more. So she bought a class to do the drawing.
Yeah.
Okay. So then she turns and she tells me, well, like, what do you want to do? What do you like to do? And I was like, I have like a million hobbies. I just want time to do them. And she's like, okay, well, like, is there a class that you can take for this hobby? And I was just like, oh, well, maybe like a plant class so I can like learn more and about the plants. Classes. And then I thought to myself, that fucking stresses me out.
A class?
To think okay. I need to take a class in order to enjoy my hobby.
Okay. So
maybe for me, we don't suggest those things.
I see what you're saying. That very different. Okay.
Yes.
For me, I need the class to give me an excuse to do the hobby,
to justify a hobby.
Yes, and also to hold me accountable. So the class that I signed up for, it's on Domestica,
which, by the way, this is a Picasso over here, okay? Because she's like, I just like doodle these like little, you know, I'll have to insert like a picture of like your normal, like just doodle on a card type of situation. And then I'm sitting here one night and I'm playing my Switch and she's at her desk behind the couch. And I was like, hey, what are you drawing? And then she shows me and it's like, bam. It is like the outline of some house. And I was like, what? And she's like, it's a house that I saw when I was walking around. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, this is legitimately good. And she's like, well, I still have to like do the watercolor stuff. And I was like, okay, cool. 15, 20 minutes later, I was like, hey, you know, what's going on? Or did you finish it? And she's like, yeah, look. And she's like, it's not good. It's not at all where I want it to be. Are you kidding me?
Well, okay, you're being very kind. I'll show you. It's really, I don't know watercolors. I don't know watercolors.
But she did so good.
But thank you, babe. You are my number one fan.
I am. And also, that is like objectively a good drawing.
Thank you, love.
You're welcome.
But it does work for me. I do like classes because it feels like I'm being held accountable to something, to people. And it's like, oh, I need to show up and do this, which is why. So I'm going to be pivoting into, we'll see, but UI, UX design. I think I've mentioned it before on here. So I'm finally going to be starting that hopefully next month.
Yeah.
I got, like approval to start this course. And so that already, I think it's like through Coursera or something, but I'm doing it through this women's group. That's
women's Bible study.
I know. Why does everything sound
biblical?
Yes.
Churchy.
But I was just thinking about bucolic and pastoral.
Bucolical?
Anyways, because what?
I was making up words.
And I thought, oh, like I could have paid for it. Like I should have just signed up for it and paid for it and did it on my own. I just know because with this group, I have to like sign, not a contract. It kind of is an agreement
to finish the course.
And then because you're working, like you meet with education recruiters and like weekly, and you have like X amount of months to finish it. I need that because I will put off my stuff. I know I want to pivot my career. I want to do UI, UX. It sounds great. I made a decision. I'm going to do it. But you know what? That closet needs to be organized, and it's not going to organize itself. And my wife, she's feeling depressed, and I want to help her through it. So I'm going to find things to help her do that. And you know what? I think we should also take a trip because I know we don't got money, but we're going to take a trip.
We both do this. Okay. But because we are very good at like,
self-sabotage.
This is the list of things that we need to do. Okay, let me take care of this thing that absolutely did not need to be done. Yes. But I saw it and it annoyed me this one time. So let me just take care of it.
Yep, exactly.
This is why it takes her 2 hours to clean our 300 square foot kitchen.
This is true. Yes. So,
which is mostly cabinets.
Yes. So there is no right or wrong way for me. No. I like a class. Bridge does not.
I cannot.
So, but that still doesn't solve the issue, which is how to let go of that anxiety.
Yeah. So I think that it is probably something that I've known for a while, but I am a grade A procrastinator. That is probably the only A grade that I've ever gotten. But essentially it's taking care of the things that you know you have to do. So that way you don't feel guilty, or I don't feel guilty over doing the things that I want to do. Last night when we didn't record, I was like, okay, well, there's a couple of things that are definitely like, you know, causing some anxiety that I've been avoiding, which is getting done like the thing for the Oregon DMV and then paying my bill with you know, the hospital and stuff. So it's like, okay, let me do those things then. And I did. And I was like, oh, okay, this weekend I feel like I can do 50 things because I just took care of the 2 things that I was responsible for.
It's so annoying too because I have a sticky note over there that has maybe 8 things on there. They're not difficult things.
They're not.
They shouldn't take that much time.
Yeah.
I refuse to do them because it seems like a big task that is the last thing I need that will send me overboard.
Listen, this task in total will take you 5 minutes, but it's 5 minutes that it's taking from you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to do it.
I know.
Because now I'm going to have to read through this thing that I need to sign, and I have to, it's too much. I have boxes over there that I need to send to people, to mail it. It's too much to actually seal it.
Well, okay, yes.
Yeah.
Because there's just one box that we still need something for, but the other 3 boxes can be mailed. I'll mail them tomorrow. That's easy for me.
There's just so much. There's so much all the time.
Yeah.
And we are, how am I on time, babe? I forgot to check the time before.
41 minutes.
Nice. We do try to, okay, how about Tuesdays we do editing? How about Wednesdays we do finances? How about Thursdays we clean the house?
I will always skip a Wednesday.
If you are a procrastinator, your set days are like, I could clean a different day. Everything gets pushed around. It's the
hair washing syndrome.
Yes.
It's, you know what? I should probably wash my hair, but I think I could do like a slick bun. It's not itchy yet. I'm okay.
That slick bun.
It was slicking this morning.
Slicking, yeah. Okay.
But I didn't want to wash it till my break because I was like, well, I'm going to do my walking while I'm working and I'm going to get sweaty and I'm going to get hot. So I'm going to just wait until a little bit later and then I'll wash my hair. This is freshly washed hair, by the way. It is
so much self-sabotaging because one thing I feel like we have not once actually consistently kept to a schedule we've set.
No.
And so one thing, it's no different than if you have, because I know this, your Outlook is filled with 20 million Teams meetings.
You move things.
Oh,
20 million things.
Meetings. You move one thing because you need, okay, well, you're rearranging everything now. If you set this back because, this one ran over, so now you're going to push it to the next, but then you'd have to move the other things around. And I feel like if we would just buckle down, if we would just follow it 1 week and see that, hey, it actually works, let's continue to do it.
Will that be our challenge for next week?
Fine. Okay.
Let's see if we could do it.
And we'll do a realistic one because sometimes I want to do too much. I want to be up at 5 o'clock. I want to be doing a marathon at 6. I want to be showered at 7. I want to have my smoothie at 8. It's too much.
I can't even get up till 8:30.
I know. It's a struggle. It's because I'm going to bed at 3 a.m. It is a vicious cycle that must be broken.
It must be. These chains,
they're gone. I'm not shackled. I'm not shackled to this corporate life.
Take the shackles off my feet.
It's
so
gone.
I can dance. I just
I remember. Yeah. Is that Mary?
That's Crystal's favorite song.
Okay, so do you want to get into some of the favorites?
I do. Okay, so part of.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Real quick.
What?
I do want you to have a better outlook with your activities, festivities.
Oh, thank you.
I don't want you to be anxious. I know that I'm not responsible for your feelings. You're not responsible for my feelings. Life is hard. We are a croissant most days.
All days.
I'm fighting the urge to croissant this back right now.
Yeah, same.
But we cannot be half-baked all our life. We have to be fully out, flaky, ready to go.
Glistening?
That too.
With butter?
So please make time for your funsies, and it doesn't have to be a class.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I love that for you.
Why can I never remember this game's name? Animal Crossing.
You need no. Now that I'm gonna put my foot down.
Why?
I got you. Legacy.
Okay.
When it was announced
2 years ago.
3.
2.
3.
2.
Okay, maybe I ordered it 3 years ago. It took a year for it to come out.
Maybe 2.5 years ago you ordered it. 2 years though. I didn't play it when I got it because we were at Nana's. And then we came home and it was like 0 time to do anything. And then we went back to Nana's for another 4 months. So listen, I understand. But what I was gonna say was every time I open up Animal Crossing, they're like, wow, haven't talked to you in like 4 months.
It'll tell you how long?
Yeah, when I go to like talk to someone, it'll be like, I thought you left us.
How sad.
Exactly. So I don't.
Is that where you built me a nice house?
Yes.
I love when you take
with
care
upstairs.
of me. Yeah. You built me like a little studio area too. You're so cute. You have all this money, like,
In the
damn, you
planting
sugar
room or
mama over
something.
there. Where's that money in real life go?
So every time you expand your land, and you have to take out a loan, right? So I was like, okay.
So you good with
finance?
You can do finances online on the Switch. Is that what I'm hearing? I'm hearing you are a finance queen when it comes to the Switch.
I got so many bells.
But I'm the one stressing.
Essentially, it'll be like, okay, put this into my savings so that way it can accrue.
Oh, and she saves. The truth comes out.
Listen, anyways, I will be playing Legacy. I will be getting sucked in. You have to be willing to let go of me for at least 6 hours a weekend.
Fine. Girl, bye.
Oh. Okay, maybe if you're doing like one day that, you know how we were talking about like your schedule that you need to do. So one of those, like a Saturday, then when you're doing all of that, I'm doing Legacy.
Yeah.
And then I'll finally have played my game. You can get off my crack.
But I kind of like it.
So part of us also getting out of this funk is realizing, or I told you, was it last night or this morning? This morning. We need to focus on the things that bring us joy, or like that we do enjoy, because if we only ever see the negative, or how the things that like we hate doing, or just focus on things that bring us down, we're going to forget that there's even any type of enjoyment in our lives. And so it made me think of, you know, the episodes that we were talking about where maybe we just talk about the things that we've really liked recently. I was thinking like old school YouTube of like, what is it? Favorites? My faves? May favorites? Things like episode, like, you know what I'm talking about on there.
I don't know
on
if
the
I
YouTubes.
do.
Yeah, like where they're like, here's my monthly favorites.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you know what? That's more beauty side.
I was going to say, like when they show empty tubes.
No, those are empties.
Oh, okay.
Empty tubes.
Here's my empty tubes.
Okay, so I will start. Did you happen to think of anything?
Yes, I do. I do have it open.
Okay,
and
perfect.
This was going to be a joint thing that we were going to share.
Yes, it is a joint
So
thing.
there was 2 shows that we recently watched. One is, right?
Yes,
our favorite things? Okay.
Yes.
One is called Say Nothing. It is a mini TV series. It was on Hulu. And I'll just read the little snippet that it has. Jane McConville, a single mother of 10, is abducted from her home in 1972 and never seen alive again. This event unfolds alongside the stories of various Irish Republican Army members spanning 4 decades during the Troubles in Northern Ireland. Bridge and I had read that book when it came out a couple years ago. I didn't realize that they actually turned it into a show.
I didn't either.
I don't know.
Because the show came out a couple years ago too.
It came out last year.
Okay, yeah.
And I don't know if it came up. Did it come up on here? It came up on here, or it's on the phone. I don't know. But I was like, oh my God, they turned it into a show. We got to watch it.
No, it was on the TV. It was when Nana was here. I was like, oh, they turned this into a show.
Oh, okay. Okay. So that's what it was.
Nana would not have been able to watch the show though.
Well, I mean, I think she would have enjoyed it, but for sure, she would have had to follow the subtitles and you had to read them really fast. So I think maybe she would have just been
intense.
Can we have a voiceover, an English voiceover for Say Nothing? And they're like,
the English speaking show.
So anyways, excellent book, excellent show, really great. It gives, if you don't really know politics that was going on in Ireland and what they were fighting for, I feel like it's a really great show. Mm-hmm. I've always loved Ireland. I feel like in another life, I was Irish. But there's a lot that I don't know about the history of Ireland, what they had to endure. They did it so well. The book was so good. And they really captured everything for this miniseries.
Yes, it was very accurate to the book.
But I don't know, guys. We struggle. So we always have subtitles on in general when we watch shows. Yeah. But this one, we couldn't even. We usually will eat and watch an episode of something. I was like trying to having to read real fast,
dropping food.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what did they say? Yeah. But it was really, really good. So sad. Yes. But did you want to have anything about that?
No, I loved it. I loved the actors that were in it as well. I feel like they do like a younger version and older version, obviously, of these characters, and I feel like everyone just did such a good job at portraying the character.
Yeah, it was so good. I loved it. The other one is one of my Nana's close friends told me about the show last year. And so it was on my list to watch. And then we started it. Jessica was like, well, you want to put this on, And so it's called Somebody Somewhere. This is like the perfect, did we talk about this already?
I mentioned it a couple of weeks ago, but
okay. We started it. It was, again, I think I mentioned it before. It kind of gives, if you liked Schitt's Creek, what it felt like, or even Fleabag, you'd probably like this show. Yeah. And so it is, it follows Sam, a true Kansan on the surface who beneath it all struggles to fit the hometown mold and its expectations. As she grapples with the loss and acceptance, Sam finds a saving grace in singing. It leads her on a journey to discover herself in a community of outsiders who don't fit in but don't give up, proving that finding like-minded people and a voice is always possible. The series explores themes of change and growth against all odds. It is one of top of my favorite shows. It is so good, so encouraging, perfect balance of humor, drama. I love those kinds of shows. I'm so sad it didn't get renewed.
I know. There's only three seasons.
Yeah, but honestly, it was just perfect for what I didn't realize. Even it was like an LGBT type of show, you know, with like Community, but you don't feel like that. I don't feel like I'm watching that. It's just, I don't know. It's so good. You guys have to watch it. Check it out if you want something that makes you feel good, but also has heart. Yes. And I don't know.
It was definitely very encouraging.
It really was encouraging. It brought so much joy to me. And when we finished it, and every time we finished an episode, I was just like, man, that was a really good show. That was a really good episode. So check it out if you haven't already. Do you have any other favorites?
I do, yes. So I was listening to a book called Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. It was turned into a show, I believe, by AMC. I did watch the first season, which is the first book. So it was like I've seen it twice now, but for some reason the show was a little bit harder for me to get into, maybe because you didn't like it. So like trying to watch it on my own, not that you didn't like it, but just like it wasn't your go-to.
But I was watching it with Nana in California. You can't blame me.
I didn't realize that you weren't you were actually watching it with her though.
Oh, like maybe like 2 or 3 episodes.
Yeah. See. Yes. So,
but wait, what does that have to do with anything? You could be who you are.
I'm just saying that I didn't continue with it because typically we watch things together. And again, as we have been discussing.
Yeah, you do find it difficult to watch stuff without me. And it's always like you start a show, oh, I was going to watch that.
Or we will start something that, maybe I've been wanting to see and she doesn't like it. So then we just don't watch it. Not because you're like, no, we can't watch this, but it's just because like, well, I want us to both enjoy what we're watching. So
I think it's because we don't sit down to watch TV unless we sit down and watch TV together.
Yes.
So it's going to be something that we both want to watch.
Yes.
But I'm always here to support you for what you want to watch.
Thank you. I appreciate that. The book is very good. I forgot to look up who the narrator was, but she was doing a lot and I didn't realize, like in a good way. I didn't realize sometimes that it was actually still her. When she would switch between characters. She, it also helped with the show to have like the images of those characters in mind. It's like watching Harry Potter and then listening to the books afterwards. Yeah. Or reading the books. You can really, understand it a lot better.
Yeah.
But the narrator, she did so many different accents too, and she would switch between them consistently when there was dialogue.
I don't know how they do that.
She did like American English. She did England English. She did. Can
you imagine what her notes are like?
Yeah, a French accent. She did like a Swedish accent. She did a lot, and I think like that leads me into my next favorites. But she there's an appreciation there for narrators. Okay.
Yes.
My next /rec. I was gonna say rec. Would be some narrators that I really love.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
There's one male narrator that kind of has stolen my heart, tickled my pickle, tickled my fancy. He does a lot of like romance books, okay? But if you are a fan of like gravelly, male, manly voices, this is your guy.
Like, are we talking like Henry?
Yeah. Like Henry Cavill, right?
Yeah.
Like a Henry Cavill and Tom
Cruise.
Ew.
Tom
Hardy? Yes, Tom Hardy. I couldn't think of his last name. Tom Hardy. Like a mix of those two.
Mm-hmm.
He's without an accent.
So like your voice in the morning?
Yes. And like when I've been sick for a while.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
His name is Troy Duran.
Okay.
If you're on Libby, you can actually search the narrators and see all of the books that they've done. Again, I don't even remember how I first heard him. It was some like romance novel that was like a series. And I like when they do that because it's like, oh, it's easy. I can continue to follow this
Bridge,
book.
you're always whenever Bridge has an excuse for the romance novels she listens to.
That was not an excuse for the romance novel.
This is easy listening.
It is actually very easy.
But I hear some of the stuff that they be saying. There's nothing easy about that.
I know. But two of my favorite female narrators as well, Callie Dalton. She is my favorite, my go-to. I first heard her from Mariana Zapata books. And I don't know, it's just I like the way that her voice is. It's very normal voice. I do speed up these books.
Yeah, I hate the way Bridge listens to them.
When it comes to Troy's voice, I'll only do like a max of 1.25, but if it's like other narrators, I'll do like 1.5. And it's just, it helps me get through the book as well faster. And then another female is Brooke Daniels. She has a pretty, it doesn't feel like they're doing too much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did I ever show you, I think it was like on Instagram, someone doing an audition for the voice of, it was like a Disney audition or something, but she was going to be the voice of a grandma or something.
Yes.
I was like, that scared me.
And I think it was a spoof because she was like, oh, well, it said that the grandma was like elderly and wise.
I was like, is this for real?
And then it just like cuts off.
Yeah. What about your favorite book, The Mob Love Romance?
So this is actually on my list.
Oh, is it?
But it's my list
you're not done yet?
Like, no, I will tell you right now. So what she is referencing to, I do like mafia romance books. Okay, whatever. But it is a series by Cora Riley, and it's Born in Blood Mafia Chronicles series, and it's 8 different books. I have listened to 6. I could not.
Didn't you just start this?
No, you only asked me towards like the last one. Or
also,
the last 2.
Bridge hates when I see the look on her face. It's like this, guys. Whenever I was growing up, whenever that was.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Oh my God. Yes.
So it was a requirement for us to read the Bible every day. I had to read so much of the Bible, and on any given day, we weren't sure what day, my dad would come home from work and he would ask if we read the Bible. And if you didn't read the Bible, it was, you kind of got a talking to, a lecture. Same. And all that stuff. And then like, you're a heathen, all this. And it was always this. I would be pretty consistent for the most part. The days I was like, dang, I didn't wake up early enough to read my Bible. He was probably not going to ask. Is the days he would ask. And I would have to think back to what I previously read the day before and make some message up. And then my dad always knew that I actually didn't read the Bible. And I don't like lying. So I would always be like, well, no, I didn't get a chance to. And then it's like, you have to make time, blah, blah, blah. I don't always ask Bridge what she's listening to. Well, she always walks around with an Airbud thing. So when it's a book that she maybe was hoping I wouldn't ask about, that she's ashamed of,
yeah,
I'll be like, oh, you listening to something, babe? And she's like, and I'm like, oh, what are you listening to? Because I am always interested in what she's listening to. And she'll usually also just share randomly when she's interested in something, like, oh my God, I'm reading such a good book. This is what it's about. So when I'm like, oh, well, what are you reading? When the Airbud comes out, like she'll be like, oh, and then she'll take the Airbud out thing, put it down. Okay, so I already know it's some BS. It's some Down Under Thunder, Chippendale looking man throwing his women around in the room, and that's what it is. And it usually is where you're like the look, the shape, and like, you just own it. You love it. Have a good time with it.
The thing with these books, this one specifically, right? This like series, they're not. Listen, if you're a fan of them, you love what you love, okay? But I know that when I look at this series compared to all of the other books that I've listened to, I know it's not in the top tier, okay? However, for some reason, and I'm pissed every single time, it will hook me. Not because of like the steaminess only, okay? It's like, well, I want to know what happens next. And it's like a bad show that you can't stop watching. It's like you almost start to like hate watch it. Yeah. Listen, if you want something easy,
we don't yuck someone's yum here, babe.
No, and I for sure 100% am not yucking anyone's yum.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I know what it is in my life, okay?
Yeah. It's easy listening to. It's like not safe for work Hallmark. We like to have Hallmark on because we know it's peaceful. Yes. It's nice. It's just you can just tune out and everything's fine. I feel like it's Hallmark, but raunchy, and that's fine.
Listen, okay, if you decide to pick up the series, if you decide to listen to it, it's spicy. It's got some morally grayness to it, and look up the triggers if you are sensitive to things.
Is there cheating involved?
Sometimes.
Is that the morally gray?
And no, morally gray is
what?
This is the look she's talking about, okay? What? Morally gray for me is when it's like the guy is not a good guy, but like you touch her and you die type of thing. What did we sinners? Okay? You know how the guys, they were not good guys.
Okay.
But they were going to protect theirs.
Okay.
That.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Okay.
So that's my.
Oh, but that also is what makes them appealing.
Yes.
Because they're bad men.
Yes.
They're bad.
I hate talking about this with you. Anyways, do you have any more? Because I have more.
Keep it going.
Okay. So something else that helps me like get out of the funk, but also feel guilty about the funk is like taking care of yourself, you know? It's things like, how would I say this? It's not pampering. It is pampering.
It is pampering.
Okay.
But it's
so
fine.
It's like getting your nails done, getting your hair done, getting a facial. I have happened to get all three of these done in the past couple of months. The facial is what I wanted to kind of, a facial and my nails highlight. So the esthetician, as Brittany had mentioned, her name is Vivian. Wonderful, amazing, beautiful woman. Her Instagram is the Holy Glow PDX, and she did a wonderful facial for me. And then she recommended me like a list of products that are all like, I think they're all Korean skincare, but the three that I have really been loving are the moisturizer that she recommended, which is Astra Auto Barrier 365.
We'll put it here.
I'll put it up, a picture up. This you have to use, so you don't need to use a lot of it whatsoever. Like I put the littlest dollop, like less than you would toothpaste, and it keeps me moisturized all day long. I love it.
Dang.
Exactly. Another thing is a toner that she recommended. It's the Medicube Exosome Cica Toner. Listen, I don't know what magic is in there, but it has really been helping me, and I'm getting hot. So it's like, you're going to see my face pink up a little bit, but, I have dealt with rosacea and, like sensitive skin for probably like the past 10, 15 years. And this is the only thing I feel like actually really helps my skin. But the last thing that I've really loved is it's also something called Cica. I don't know what it is. Well-Age Real Cica Calming Trouble Ampoule. It's the little dropper, the oil thing that she gives me. I will put pictures of everything here. But if you deal with like sensitivity and like your skin my skin is very touchy when it comes to using new products. And all of these have been really great. It's not been giving me any, like it took me maybe like a week or two to get used to everything. And I had to introduce things like one by one slowly. And then once I was using all of them, that's when it took me like a week or two to really like settle in. And my skin seems to be loving it. But if you are in the Portland area, Vancouver, Washington area, go see Vivian or contact her. She does amazing quality work.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't feel like it's too expensive.
No.
It's very reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
My other one is a new love of mine. So when we were with Nana, I started getting my nails done. This was like in November. And, it's just like go to a nail salon nearby, wonderful ladies, come back home. And I'm like, okay, I need to find a nail salon here so that way I can feel like I can continue this. And I went to 2 different salons here, and there was just, was it 2 or 3? Either way, I was starting to feel some anxiety over the language barrier. There were things that I was wanting to ask that when I would ask, either I felt like they weren't really knowing what I was talking about or asking them, or just like very swiftly like brushing me off. And I am the type of person that's like, if I don't ask these questions, then I'm going to continue to worry about something. And I need someone to be able to really explain to me everything that they're doing, or like talk, or, answer my questions as I have them. I ended up finding some other salons, some other like independent nail techs. And I found, her name is Victoria, and her Instagram is nolovo.nails. Again, I'll include these. Yeah. She's at Once Bitten Nail Studio in Vancouver, Washington. And she does such good work. I love her because she's so cute and so sweet and genuine and honest, and like answers all of my questions, and is like, I completely understand. And she's like not pushy whatsoever, but this is my second set now with her. And I told her, listen, this weather has really been getting me down. I need a summer vacation on my nails, so that way at least I have those to look forward to. Mm-hmm. And I'm like tickety-tacketing away on my keyboard, and at least I can look down and be like, okay, I'm mentally in a different place. I will put a picture of my set because she did such a good job.
She did.
And she's super nice, very patient lady. And because girl makes her sound like a little girl. She's 28, but in my mind, she looks so young.
I
and
feel
so,
like anyone
sweet.
Younger than me is a girl or a boy.
This is true. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
a girl or boy.
Yeah,
yes.
like oh, sweet little boy.
Yeah. Do you have more?
No, but I feel like I should find ways to pamper myself.
I think you should. Yes.
But I could never sit that long for nails.
No. So my nails did take 3 hours, but it's a lot of detail that she put into it. And I feel like it was worth it.
Yeah. I would like to find ways to pamper myself that actually feel fun, because haircuts feel like a necessity. If I got a manicure, it feels like, because I really have butch hands. Those don't feel like me fun time.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, you should get it done to put yourself together.
Yeah.
But I would love to, I don't know what that would look like to me. I would have to think about that. Maybe just sitting and reading scripts.
Self-care is what I meant earlier when I was trying to say pampering. It's self-care.
Yes. I do like having my own face routine now. Yes. Ever since going to Vivian.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when I get out of the shower and I do the 4 products, I know I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and I feel like, okay, I'm good. Yeah. But I think I need to be a little bit better with like my nail care now, and like my hair. And
when it becomes like part of your routine, I think you've got a like solid routine for your hair down, and now you've got it for your face. When you get a routine down for your nails and you start using the fidget toys that I bought you, maybe your cuticles will have a fighting chance.
Yeah. Good times.
I just have two last ones.
Gosh.
I know it's a lot.
Maple,
okay,
pull up a
I'm
chair.
trying to like run through it, but also like not rush it. But it's just 2 music ones. Delia, my little sister, she on her story, she had put that Morgan Wallen came out with a new album, and I was like, that's a country artist. What is she doing listening? If you know my little sister, like that's not her vibe.
Her little sister is my age. Yeah,
that's true. But it took me so surprised. I was like, let me listen to it then. It's very good. Really? I like it. Yeah. It's, the album is called I'm the Problem, and it's very like summer, because it's, in my mind, country is summer. It has helped me get into like the mindset of like not here, like somewhere elsewhere.
Well, Also, I think country has evolved a lot. So the country that I hear now that's popular is a little bit of country with some beats.
That's
true. Like it's not country of what I think of.
Is that country?
No, it's not. Like back roads.
That's true.
Country of. I could see why Delia would like it then.
Yeah.
Because of what's out there. Because even Brianna and your family, they're bumping country. I'm like,
oh, they were, huh?
Yeah. Like I would never.
Over Christmas.
Yeah. Before they would have said that you listen to white people music, but now
they have told me that.
Yeah.
Yes.
But now they like it too.
They like it. Yeah. And then my last one is, if you have a book that you like, look up maybe a playlist on Spotify about it. So what happened was, Olivia Blake is an author an author that I really like, and I follow her on Instagram. She had posted like a playlist for her latest book that came out, and I was like, I didn't know that she did that. So I went onto Spotify and I looked her up, and I found playlists for books that I have read from her, and it helps me to understand the mindset of the character, or helps me understand the character a lot better. Like, I know that I did this with Rainbow Rowell with the Carry On series. I listened to like the playlist for each of these characters. But in this book, the last one that I read, One for My Enemies, I was like, oh, okay, this explains. This gives me the vibe of this character.
That's actually pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I really have thought to do that.
Yeah.
Mine would be like just memoirs and thriller.
A playlist.
Type,
if you were a character that an author wrote,
no,
yeah, that'd be your playlist.
The books that I read is like self-help and yeah, I don't even know, but that is really cool though.
Yeah.
To get it sets the mood.
Yes,
the theme of it.
Yes, it does. And like a lot of times, again, it's not any music that I would really listen to, but so it's like, you're telling me that's the character?
Okay, we went to get a massage in Vancouver. I forget the name of the place.
Faye and Fern.
Faye and Fern?
Fern and Faye?
Fern and Faye. The guy who did our massage had it was like what did they call it? It was something fantasy, but like a fairy fantasy mix that they played.
Yeah.
And I felt like I was face down, getting a
Froyo's
back rub. Yeah. And like a Hobbit hut, you know? And it was so relaxing. It was so nice. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like some hobbits might be walking around anytime. Like it really changed it.
It was very
versus,
immersive.
Yeah. Versus like the Zen music that usually plays and stuff, which is also really great. But I felt, because you guys have to look it up. This looks like an actual Hobbit land
very
in there.
Themed place, which I've never been to.
I've never,
like
no.
This. It's like we used to go to like hand and stone massage type of places.
Yeah.
This is like, it looks like you're going into the Shire.
It's actually
Fern
really cool.
and Faye in Vancouver, Washington.
Yeah. And that was actually pretty fun too.
Yeah.
So I could definitely see how that would help the book reading experience.
Yeah, it was really interesting.
Yeah.
I liked it. That's all I have.
Okay, well, Bridge had it all. Honestly, thank you, babe.
Yeah.
And my favorite's right there. This helps me. This one over here, she helps me with getting out of my funk. So thank you. I think that's it for us this week.
Yeah.
How do we do on time?
I feel like I took it over 1:14.
Oh, yeah. And that's like 40 minutes of Bridget's favorites.
It is, I think.
No, that's great. Thank you, babe. So I hope you guys are thinking about your favorites. If everything's too heavy, if everything's too much, watch your favorite movie, read your favorite book, drink your favorite drink, and allow yourself to unwind in the best way you know how to unwind. No one's going to shame you. We actually want that for you. So please unwind, kick your feet up, do whatever it is that makes you happy. Let go and let God, sister.
We love you.
Have a good week.
Bye.
Bye.